Today's my class is about endocrine physiology of hypothalamus, and I am your coach Dr. Mudassir. From times memorial, we have known that pituitary acts as a major endocrine gland, or it is also called as master of all the endocrine glands. But now it's no more, because now we know that it itself has a master, that is hypothalamus. Now where is this hypothalamus present? Now hypothalamus is basically located in the basal part of brain, just below thalamus. Thalamus is a subcortical structure, and just below thalamus you can see here hypothalamus is situated. It's a very small structure, and continuing from the hypothalamus or attached to it is a small P shaped structure which is called as pituitary. Now this pituitary is attached to thalamus via a stalk like structure called as infundibulum. This P-shaped pituitary is situated in sella turcica of sphenoid bone. This pituitary is, again you can see, it is divided into two lobes. The anterior one is called as anterior pituitary, which constitutes about 75%. It is mainly composed of epithelioid cells secreting hormones. That's why it is also called as adenohypophysis. Whereas the posterior pituitary, it is mainly composed of nerves coming from hypothalamus. That's why it is also called as neurohypophysis. With that brief anatomical description about pituitary, let us move on to the important function of hypothalamus, that is regulation of anterior pituitary hormones release. The release of anterior pituitary hormone in some part, to some extent, is regulated by hypothalamus. Hypothalamus being situated centrally in the brain, it acts as a major link between nervous system and endocrine system. How? Because the neuronal signals, they get integrated onto hypothalamus. For example, the impulses regarding alertness and wakefulness, they reach hypothalamus via reticular activating system to hypothalamus. Other than that, the impulses regarding change in environment and pain also reach hypothalamus via thalamus, and impulses regarding behavioral change or emotions, whether we are angry or sad, that impulses also reach hypothalamus from limbic system. And hypothalamus also receives impulses or information about our vision or whatever we are seeing in our visual field. All these impulses reach hypothalamus. Basically, they reach hypothalamus in a suprachiasmatic region, or the area of hypothalamus just above the optic chiasma, which is also called as arcuate nucleus and other nucleus. This area contains neurons which are neurosecretory in nature. When the impulses reach, when all these impulses regarding alertness, change in environment, behavioral changes and vision, they reach hypothalamus, they cause generation of nerve impulses in the neurosecretory neurons of suprachiasmatic area. These impulses, again, they cause release of hormones into a special blood vessel system called as portal system. So from here, the hormones from hypothalamus are carried to anterior pituitary. Now, what is this portal system? Let us see. So hypothalamic hormones that are released, that release or inhibit the anterior pituitary, reach the portal system via hypophyseal portal system. Now, what do you mean by portal system? Portal system is a system of blood vessel that begin in one set of capillaries and terminates in another set of capillaries, bypassing the heart, is called as portal system. I repeat, a system of blood vessels that begin in one set of capillaries and terminate in another set of capillaries, bypassing heart, is called as portal system. The portal system present in hypothalamus, which connects anterior pituitary, is called as hypophyseal portal system. What are the components? Let us see. So the impulses from impulses that integrate from the nervous system, they integrate over basically on these neurosecretory cells present in the hypothalamus. These neurosecretory cells, they cause the release of hormones into a plexus of capillaries formed from superior hypophyseal artery, which is a branch of internal carotid artery. So the hormones are released into primary plexus, a set of capillary network. Now this primary capillary plexus, they fuse to form hypophyseal portal vein. This hypophyseal portal vein, it descends downwards along the infundibulum, that is the stalk which connects the hypothalamus with the pituitary. Along this stalk, this hypophyseal portal vein descends downwards and it reaches anterior pituitary. Upon reaching anterior pituitary, it again forms another plexus of capillaries, which is called as secondary plexus. So this is how portal system is a system of capillary, beginning with capillaries and ending with capillaries, bypassing the heart. So these primary plexus, they carry the hormones from the neurosecretory cells of hypothalamus to the secondary plexus present in the anterior pituitary, where they release into the close vicinity in the anterior pituitary. After the hormones are released, they either increase the release of hormones from the anterior pituitary or inhibit the release of hormones from anterior pituitary, depending on the type of hormones released from hypothalamus. Now, what are the different hormones released from hypothalamus? Let us see. Hypothalamic hormones are basically classified into two: the anterior pituitary regulating hormones and posterior pituitary regulating hormones. The posterior pituitary hormones I will be discussing in the next tutorial, but as of now, let us see what are the anterior pituitary regulating hormones. Anterior pituitary regulating hormones are again classified into two: releasing hormones and release inhibiting hormones. Releasing hormones are mainly thyrotropin releasing hormone, gonadotropin releasing hormone, corticotropin releasing hormone, and growth hormone releasing hormone. Release inhibiting hormone are somatostatin and dopamine. What is the important role played by them? Let us see. First, the corticotropin releasing hormone, which is released from hypothalamus in response to stress. It causes the release of adrenocorticotrophic hormone from anterior pituitary, which again stimulates adrenal cortex to release glucocorticoids. Next, hormone released from hypothalamus is thyrotropin releasing hormone. Thyrotropin releasing hormone causes the release of thyroid stimulating hormone, which causes the release of thyroxine from thyroid gland. Gonadotropin releasing hormone, on the other hand, it causes the release of luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone, which cause ovulation and production of gonadal hormones. Now there are two hormones which regulate growth hormone releasing hormone and growth hormone inhibitory hormone. Growth hormone inhibitory hormone is the other name for somatostatin. Growth hormone releasing hormone promotes the release of growth hormone from anterior pituitary, whereas somatostatin inhibits the release of growth hormone from anterior pituitary. Hormones regulating prolactin release from anterior pituitary are prolactin releasing hormone and prolactin inhibitory hormone. The prolactin inhibitory hormone, the other name for this is dopamine. So, prolactin releasing hormone promotes the release of prolactin, whereas dopamine inhibits it. So these are the different hormones which are released from hypothalamus, which reach anterior pituitary via hypophyseal portal system, and either they cause release of the hormones or inhibit the release of anterior pituitary hormones. Any questions and new ideas are most welcome, and if you have any doubts, please put it in the comment section. Thank you.